Yellow. Yeah, we'll see how long this stream goes. 2 days in a row. Yeah, it's kind of insane that that's a milestone, but we are where we are. I don't know, I just felt like going live today. Why not, you know? Um, yeah, we've got another chill stream on the menu for today, but we're doing something different. Okay, let me clear my inventory out first. And then we'll get started on our little... Is it a project? I wouldn't say it is. I don't even know how much I'm going to destroy, right? You play so much Minecraft. I know, it's kind of insane. It is kind of mental. Random thing, would you ever have a music disc shuffler in a build or something? Yeah, that'd probably be in, like, the music store, right? I guess so. It's something I haven't really thought about, but yeah, sure, why not, right? Might as well. Okay, so we're mining copper because if you guys haven't heard, the next drop is pretty copper based, right? Where do I... Okay. You need to go in there for now. Let me just reset. Oh wait, we're good. Okay, never mind. I still think that mining a trial chamber is the better way of getting copper. Now granted, it's not all orange, but you know. So if we ever need any amount of copper, for whatever reason, right, it doesn't need to be for this update that's coming. Plus as well, like this trial chamber is like a special area marked in my world, and I kind of don't really like that. Because it's just a trial chamber, right? I think I only marked it because it was like the closest one nearby. Yeah, like I'm not motivated enough to mine copper in caves. Although there's a lot, right? It's the whole smelting and stuff like that, whereas I can just mine an entire trial chamber. I don't know how big rather this chamber is in the grand scheme of things. I think it's somewhere here, right? I don't have a beacon to showcase it, but it's somewhere here. Methinks. I'm just too like occupied when mining to like mine other stuff. Copper isn't really one of those things, right? It used to be, but when they added trial chambers, it kind of felt redundant to mine it in caves. I think we can leave like the stairs, the slabs, and all that kind of jazz. I'm not really bothered. And we're gonna miss a few blocks, right? But oh boy. We should probably have gotten torches. So, as we mine, we're going to do a bit of a Q&A stream, I guess. So, if you have any questions, throw them my way, I guess. No, wait, it's the Michael TBH? I know. Isn't it crazy? Yeah, I'm more inclined to mine the orange copper than the green. We'll probably still mine the green, but if I see orange, I'm going to mine it more likely. Do you like plain milk? Very, very, very rarely I'll have a drink of like plain milk. But I mean, I used to. Back in school, they'd give you like milk cartons. Those were really nice. Like during breaks and stuff. Like, well, I mean primary school, not secondary school, of course. Copper for golems? Not entirely, but yeah, it's more of a general thing, Badoko, but it would help for the golems, right? But we're just getting copper because we can. Thoughts on the drop system and the teasers? I'm disappointed with the drop system, and I think the teasers are very misleading. But that's just me. I'm not gonna like. I'm very careful with how I word my opinions on drops and stuff now because I don't want to like put forward too much my opinion on others. What mob do you think smells the worst? It's got to be the bogged, right? I mean, it has literal mushrooms growing out of it. Dude, shower? Yeah, true. What's up, Squid? What's up, Slime? Okay, there's a lot of copper. The thing is, it's really awkward. Okay, we're going to focus on the orange. Have you seen my Twitter DM? I haven't, unfortunately. Not yet. Sup? I didn't get a sup. What's up, Corn? Hello. Yeah, we're doing, if you're just tuning in, we're doing a little bit of a Q&A stream whilst I mine copper, because I realised this might be really mundane to watch, so we're going to not spice things up. I don't know what the word would be, because you're not really spicing things up with a Q&A, right? They should add more illagers and make them the main threat of the overworld. I've been saying this forever. During the day, yeah. I think illagers are the main threats. I think piglins are misunderstood. The brutes, I think, are just territorial. Like, overtly, like, they're basically polar bears. I don't really think the piglins are, like, a threat, per se. I would say the pillagers want you dead, though. Like, actively want you dead. Well, I would say that. But I was speaking about this a few, like, weeks ago. Have you noticed on Bedrock they've stopped pillager patrols? I've not seen a single one in, like, 3 updates. So, I don't know what is the issue. But Spicewood update confirmed? Please no. Eating a polar bear's liver kills you for overdose of vitamin D. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you know that, rather, but that's kind of concerning that you do. Pillager patrols were cool, because they added a lot to the world. And now they're just kind of dead. I don't really know why. I feel like the ominous stuff might have killed them. I'm not entirely sure. But that makes me sad, because I really liked them. If Wandering Traders can spawn every 5 seconds, I don't see why Pillager outposts can't spawn every 10. You know? I do want to take a moment, by the way, to acknowledge that over the recent days, I may have seemed very annoying on Twitter. And I don't know, I'm sorry about that. But at the same time, I'm gonna be honest when I disagree with what Mojang's doing. And it just so happens that they're doing a lot that I disagree with. So, you know, and I'll also sing their praises, right, when they do stuff right. But at the same time, there's not a whole lot I'm really optimistic about. So right now, it's very hard for me to tweet. Other than the dual wielding post, it's very hard for me to tweet about Minecraft. Now, I'll tweet about Donald Trump dying because that's funny. But other than that, I don't really know what else I could do on Twitter right now without seeming like an absolute dickhead, which I must come across as. Okay, you got those pillars up there. I don't know why. I guess we're too low down for those to spawn. Sadly, his condition isn't fatal on its own. Yeah, but I'll get into that in a second. I'll read Squid's message first. I thought about the ending part of the Copper Golem video and realised that the light the camera that camera person gives off makes it look like it's coming from a person's head. I'm thinking that they are teasing a helmet that gives off light. Yeah, like a copper helmet. I don't know. I feel like they've done a lot of helmets. Yeah, like you have the Scoot helmet, you have actually that might just be it, never mind, I'm stupid. But the copper helmet has a lot of enchants, right? But going back to the whole Trump thing, he's old, right? I was saying this to someone on Twitter. Yes, the condition that he has isn't life-threatening, but he's old. Literally, someone could push him over and he dies. So, I hate how Mojang is handling stuff right now. Yeah, I do too. Trust me, I do too. I'm kind of concerned by a lot of things. I'm like certain they purposely made their posts seem like they're hinting to mob votes so people talk about them about Minecraft. Dude, the amount of people, I'm gonna touch on this once and then move on. The amount of people that like laid into me and was like, they never said they're adding the mobs. I'm like, okay. And then like literally 2 hours later, they never said they're adding the mobs. Okay, I mean, I know. And then like 4 hours later, two people say it, and it's like, dude, I get it, right? It's kind of annoying when like I'm trying to move on from a topic, like I'm clearly tweeting about something else, and people are still like, they never promised mobs, and it's like, bro, I've moved on. Can we stop talking about this? So I spent a lot of today just being annoyed. I was so annoyed. I don't know. I said yesterday, if you missed it, that I think the mob votes are dead. Personally, I still believe this to be the case. You need to show me one of the two mobs I'm thinking of has to be added to the game. Then I might change my mind. But as it stands, I firmly believe that every single mob vote loser is dead and not coming to the game. And also the whole thing where I was like, oh, fan service update. No. Because it's just copper. That's literally, it's just a copper update. And I'm not like excited about the drop, I'm going to be honest with you. Even like if they added dual wielding, which I'm very skeptical about now, I don't know if I can be excited about the drop. I'm mining copper because one, I like the sound of it, and two, I'm gonna need it in the future, right? But I'm not excited about the drop. When I tweeted about Trump like having this illness, someone was like, dude, like in that kind of like not condescending, but you know that like, dude, come on kind of way. And it's like, firstly, don't dude me. Secondly, when Biden got cancer, he fucking mocked him. Now say what you want about Biden, I don't care. He wasn't alive half the time. But you don't do that, right? It's just fucking weird. It's just weird to do. Thirdly, the guy has killed America. Fourthly, he's coming to the UK soon, and I'd rather he dies before then. So, that's my kind of line of thinking. Yes, I want him to die. I don't know why people are like surprised about this. I'm very anti-Trump. Trump would hate you? Good. I try to be like as likable as I can be, believe it or not, right? Don't laugh, okay? I do try. But with Trump supporters, I will actively go out my way to hate on them, and I do not care. Because I don't lose sleep at night. I don't, if my like Twitter page or Twitch or whatever isn't welcome to Trump supporters, I am fine with that. I'd rather it not be welcome to Trump supporters. It's kind of funny seeing some of the very right-wing people start finally realizing how stupid he is. Everyone but Charlie Kirk, slime. Literally everyone else but Charlie, like you got Nick Fuentes. That's like, this guy's kind of dodgy. You got Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's signing a not law but like a bill or something about weather manipulation. Even she, who's got like 2 brain cells and they're fighting each other, is like, this is a bit dodgy. That's when you know you fucked up. You know? But it'd be very stupid if I supported Trump, given like what I stand for and what the Discord server I own stands for. Right? Everyone that's anti-LGBTQ gets banned. You know? And it'd be weird for me to turn around and be like, I love Trump. Trump's a very good person. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really have sympathy for Trump supporters either. Is that harsh? Like, a lot of people on the left are like, no, we have to welcome these people in. Why? These people for 8 years have actively shat on minorities, like literally every day. And you want us to be like, oh, these are fine. No. No, we don't. And as a matter of fact, we don't need to let these people in. Fuck them, you know? And it's like, these Democrats shouldn't be happy with Elon either. Because you've got Elon that's like, we're going to primary every like Republican who goes against, who supports the BBB, and will like fund Democrats. And some Democrats are like, yeah, this is fine. Like, what? What do you mean this is fine? You actively shat on Elon for funding and some would say rigging the 2024 election. And now that he's like, yeah, we're going to fund Democrats in 2028, 2026. Now it's okay. I don't really get that. But yeah. I often also like to clarify ever so often I'll clarify again right now. I do not intend to ever buy Twitter Blue. Is that what it's called? I don't know. But to like get the verified thing, I do not intend to ever get it. This shouldn't be really surprised anyone, right? But I'm just putting it out there. No, thank you. I'm good on that. That doesn't even pay that well either. It's kind of wank. But yeah, reminder, if you've got any questions for me, let me know. We don't need to stay on the Trump topic if you don't want, you know. We were just talking about it. What is that? Okay, I thought you had a shovel. I was going to say. Trial key? Okay. I guess, right? Okay. Yeah, Twitter keeps telling me to get it, and there's just no reason to. It's like, oh, you can use Grok. Dude, Grok is actually disgusting, by the way. I'm not talking about the far right stuff. There's other very weird things it does with pictures of people, and it's very, very fucking wrong. How's Oliver? Oliver is sleeping right now. He's doing very well. I'm very surprised. Oliver is about roughly 2 years, 4 months. Now, if you know anything about hamsters, they don't live very long. Roughly 2 to 3 years. Now, I know what you're thinking. But Oliver, for some reason, I can't explain it, Oliver's almost died like 3 times. And every single time, he's like bounced back. And I've owned 3 hamsters. Oliver's my third. I've never seen this in any animal, right? Not even just hamsters. Oliver's very chill as well, because male hamsters are typically more chill. He's just vibing, you know. I'd pay more attention to him. Like, I'm more like... That sounds bad. I'm more... like... I don't know what the word... I don't know how you word it, but... intuitive to how he acts from day to day. That makes sense, I think. Words. We already have so much... We did... Okay, I was going to say, I do not want to throw that away. We already have so much copper. But yeah, a few weeks ago, Oliver struggled to climb up on his little hideout. Like, he just couldn't do it. I literally watched this happen. And I was like, shit. And then a few days afterwards, he was on his wheel, which doesn't make any sense to me because the wheel is very demanding. Well, not very demanding, but you know what I mean? It requires more effort, right? So I was sat there and I was like, what? And now Oliver tells me when there's something wrong with him. Like, if you don't know Oliver's like appearance, Oliver is a long-haired hamster. So he'll often, 1, get hot very easily, and 2, like he'll get sleep in his eyes quite a lot. And like a few days ago, I was like on my bed doing something, like watching Instagram reels or crying about dual wielding, and I like at the corner of my eye saw him like plant himself up against the see-through, not glass, but you know what I mean, the barrier. And he was like actively, he was like, basically the best way I can describe it is he was telling me that he wants to come out. So I stood up, looked at him, and one of his eyes was literally closed shut. So I was like, oh, now this is anything new. I've dealt with this before, right? And obviously cleaned his eye out, and he was literally fine afterwards. Like literally, like he went back to bed. So I don't really think he's going downhill, which is nice, you know. Bro whispers to hamsters, apparently, yeah. But I'm very glad that he's okay because whenever, like, when Hazel went downhill and when Lydia went downhill, I also went downhill. Like, I completely shut down. So I'm kind of nervous at what that means with Oliver. But we'll see. We'll see what that brings. For now, we don't need to think about it. So that's nice, I guess. But yeah, in short, Sophie, Oliver's doing fine. That's your, like, long-winded answer. Yeah, I hate when, like, animals are stressed out. It really, like, gets to me. I can tell when Blossom gets stressed out. And I can tell when Oliver gets stressed out. Orion is just, like, an NPC, so I don't really know what he's doing half the time. But Feck, I knew that was going to happen. How much copper do we have? Jesus. Okay, we did pick that up. Good. I'm very conscious. I'm very self-conscious about dropping shulker boxes and not picking them up again. Just a reminder, we're doing a Q&A stream whilst I'm mining copper. So if you've got any questions, throw them my way. But as long as they're not, like, weird. Which I don't really get weird questions. There's a few that are just kind of strange. And I would mostly ignore them. Do you know what a display entity is? I do not. I don't think so. It sounds familiar, but I don't think I do. Oh, did you guys see that Filza almost died in his world a few days ago? In his hardcore world? Like, he came very close. It's actually pretty scary. Have you gotten used to your new skin yet? Yeah, I mean, I don't really pay attention to my skin often, but yeah, I'd say I have. There's a box, right? Yeah. If Mojang used AI to fix all bugs, do you think that'd be a bad thing? I do, because I don't think AI would be a good measurement to find and fix every single bug. They would create their own, I think. Minecraft's very strange with AI, right? Because Mojang are very anti AI, but obviously Microsoft love it. So I'm kind of, there's a part of me that is kind of worried about the future of like updates and stuff. Because the idea, like, you have, with the actual devs, you have the passion, the creativity. AI is just so dead, you know? In almost every game I've played, there's a constricted map. I found a way out, so I'd say I'm pretty good at finding bugs, at least similar to that. Yeah, I don't know. For the record, the questions don't have to be Minecraft related. If you're wondering, they can be anything. But I will, of course, answer or Minecraft ones. I do need these slime balls, so we're gonna farm this real quick. That's why I mentioned it for fixing bugs, allowing the devs to focus on features. I don't know. I don't think they would be able to fix bugs. Because again, the devs do have that kind of like edge to them. I think devs have a sense of priority as well. Like, what if the AI detects the nether roof on Java? That's not normal. Let me fix that. Boom. Nether roof is like officially dead, you know? Whereas the actual devs know not to touch it, I think. Although I'm sure they do, like, secretly want to get rid of it. But they can't, right? It's like dual wielding. They can't get rid of dual wielding, even though they may regret it, which they do, fun fact. They actually do regret dual wielding. Which isn't really, like, surprising. I've known this fact for a while. And I don't think I've ever been surprised. But, I mean, they can't really do anything. But it is a good question, Badoko. It is something to keep in mind. Oh, damn, there's a big chunk of copper here. Can you turn? No. Okay. What game rules do you think shouldn't be cheats? Keep inventory shouldn't be a cheat, I don't think. And mob griefing. Would I use either of them if they didn't become cheat, or if they were no longer cheats? Probably not. I'm too used to how the way the game feels. But they shouldn't be cheats. Feck. Feck. How much copper do I want? I don't even know. Because we are making a copper factory, right? Or like a factory in general, and it's going to be made out of copper. It's probably what these blocks are going to be used for, honestly. Now that I think about it. I did ask if you would, but you didn't answer. Damn it, I should. Actually, I should. You know what I should do? I should collect these dispensers and not throw them on the ground. Am I smoking? Why? It's a really awkward way to pause. Oh, you're 0. Okay. What other games do you like? I like Call of Duty. I've been trying to get to. Well, I am max prestige, but level 200 in the max prestige. But I don't really play that many games. I'm going to be honest with you. Other than Minecraft, I don't play any games. Would you ever stream a game, another game that you like? At some point, I may stream Dungeons story mode and Telltale games like The Walking Dead. I've already played The Walking Dead Telltale games, but have you ever played Portal? No, but I know who Gladios is, and I know the song, the popular song that goes with Portal as part of my playlist. I haven't played Dungeons on stream in like 10 years. But I really want to play the Walking Dead Telltale games. It's probably one of my favourite games. Especially Season 1 or Game 1 or however you'd call it. Is like written so well. So definitely that. Definitely that. That is also like 3 songs. Let me try and find the song I'm referring to. Still Alive. I remember it. I don't need to look at my playlist. I'm fucking sick. Yeah, Still Alive. I love that song. Can mods send links? You should be able to. I probably won't be able to click them because, you know, but I don't see why. I don't think the bots would get mad at you. But yeah, Still Alive is a very good song. Maybe I'll share my playlist someday. I've got like 400 songs. I'm not the type of person that has like 7 different playlists. I've just got one massive one. What's your favourite song right now? Loofah by Kendrick Lamar and SZA. Or, hang on, or, can I find my phone? I have a loofah. Let me go to my playlist. Hang on. Instant Crush by Daft Punk is very good. Or Love Lost by Mac Miller and The December Trap. Those are my favourite songs right now. Star Shopping is like Star Shopping by Lil Peep is probably like top 5 of all time. Probably if I had a top 5, I mean Michael Jackson would definitely play a role in that. Listen to Want You Gone by Portal 2. I will add that to my playlist. I like how Nicki Minaj is beefing with SZA on Twitter. Was it Want You Gone? On Twitter, and it's like, bro, you are out of SZA's league. Okay, SZA is like so much. Wait, is it, I'm not talking about. No, not SZA. Wait, yeah, not SZA. Am I fucking stupid? Hang on, I have to. SZA's the one behind Snowman. No, SZA. Oh no, okay, I am talking about SZA. Okay, Kill Bill and stuff. Yeah. Sia, yeah, Sia's the one that made Snowman. Snowman's also one of my favorite songs. Halo Delilah used to be my favorite song of all time. Like back in school. Sia is an incredibly gifted singer. So is SZA, but Sia is incredible. I'll tell you what song I don't like. Anxiety. Bro, whoever, like, I mean, the song was made like a decade ago, wasn't it? Because it was a, again, it was made from, uh, somebody I used to know. So it was made back then. And it just gained popularity. And then, like, it gained popularity and people were like, oh wow, look at this song. And then, like, a week later, this song is garbage. Have you seen the Anxiety Russian Roulette playlist? I have not. I'll tell you what, a lot of music I listen to isn't even like by artists, well, by traditional artists. I listen to a lot of Squid Game songs because, you know, I'm a pretty big Squid Game fan. Fun fact. So I listen to a lot, like the Pink Soldier theme, the Mingle song, uh, Jump Ropes song, way back then, and then the depressing song. That's at the end of the season. And there's a funk song I listen to as well that's related to Squid Game. It's not a part of the show, but we associate that song with like one of the characters. Oh, you love Squid Games? I didn't know at all. Yeah. I don't talk about it often, you know. Dude, I fucking love that show. I miss it. I really do. And I am really worried about America's take on it because they're going to butcher it. And it's going to lose all meaning, in my opinion. American versions of like non-American media are for some reason always lose meaning. Yeah, because like the meaning of Squid Game is like a capitalism and the lengths people would go to get money. And America, like it's just like they don't care. I don't think they would have no problem with killing people. I don't think because it's America, right? Plus, like Dutchy makes no sense in America. Red light, green light. Okay, sure, I can get behind that because it is Squid Game. Like it's so iconic that they'll have to have it. But what other games are they gonna have? Like, and knowing the American version, they'll have like, oh, much got paid. Knowing the American, what the fuck? Okay, I gotta figure something out after stream. Um, what happened? Nothing bad. Um, I think I just got a pay increase because I normally don't, unless that's not Twitch. I'll have to do some research. I need like a Michael research remote. I guess that's Michael scientist, maybe. I need to figure that out. It's not a bad thing. I think Michael scientist might be my favorite remote. I love that. Don't tell Slime. We shouldn't give Slime any credit. No. Slime knows I love Michael scientist. Fancy Michael's very good as well. I mean, Fancy Michael is like my brand because it's supposed to be reflective of like a British cat, right? And I am both those things, unfortunately. I mean, not so much unfortunately for the cat, but British side, you know, kind of sucks. Okay. But yeah, we're approaching 800 followers on Twitter, which means 200 more. And I might do like a re face reveal because technically I already have, but that is lost to time, and I've got a different like follower base now. Why are you staring at that ominous corner? If I pause sometimes, like right now, A, I'm either reading chat, or two, I'm thinking, or I'm sleeping. Just falls asleep on stream. But yeah, just a reminder, um, this is a Q&A stream. If you've got any questions, they can be personal, just don't be weird. But they can be personal. I don't often do this, but why not? You should do a hot tub stream, but in Minecraft? That is tempting. Worst condiment? Mayonnaise. I don't even need to think about mayonnaise. I like ketchup. Yes, I'm a child. I'm sorry. I love ketchup, okay? Mayonnaise is just rancid. I don't know what you want from me. I just can't stand mayonnaise. What colour shirt are you wearing? Black. I typically wear black most of the time. I mean, I have like one white shirt and one brown, but most of the time I wear black. Hello, bot. How you doing? It's melted like you because you can have melted cheese on your chips, or fries, as the Americans like to say. Um, I often have that as well. Mayo is revolting. It is. I can't have mayonnaise. It kind of like I wouldn't say it ruins it. Like I'll still eat it. I'm very curious, but yeah, I don't really like condiments. I'm the type of person that will eat stuff without like salt and pepper and stuff. I don't need that. And it's like, well, that's so flavorless, Michael TBH. Maybe, but sue me. Listen, I eat biscuits every single day. Do you think I care about flavor? No. I heard people salt their pizza. That is ridiculous. British. I'm sorry. I am sorry about that. I am sorry about being British. There's only one thing on this earth that does not belong on pizza, and it starts with M and ends in shroom. Anything else, I do not care. But if you willingly put mushrooms on your pizza, you are psychopathic. And I do not trust you with anything. I would not trust you with my firstborn. Because you'll probably put mushrooms on their pizza too. I think I've said that before, right? Like, if mushrooms are cooked in butter, I love them. If they're cooked in anything else, I don't like them. It's so weird. I can't stand them. I just can't. Pineapple on pizza? I mean, you're kind of weird. I've never had it, but thoughts on the direction the Jurassic Park movies are going in, and them having stopped experimenting, focusing on actual dinosaurs to make weird hybrid monsters. Stuck on tropical. Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know why they're kind of going in that direction. I was never really a big fan of Jurassic Park. I like dinosaurs, like I love dinosaurs, but for me, it only needed one film, maybe two, but no, I don't, Corn. I don't. Everywhere else, yes, but for me, I don't really. I tell you what's a good film right now. I've not seen it, but it looks good. The How to Train Your Dragon live action that looks really good. Even your head? Well, not my head. I haven't had a haircut in like 4 years. Okay, not my eyebrows. Okay, the only time I'd shave my eyebrows is for charity, and my hair. If I the only time I'd shave it off completely is if someone had like near me had cancer, or again for charity. I would shave my entire like hair off for charity. I could yap about Jurassic Park movies so much. Yeah, I've seen a little bit of like the trailers and stuff. They just look really weird. But I mean, that's just me. I'm not in tune with the world. Could work beautifully as a trilogy, but they have to reset the continuity. So the first movie in the 80s, make it more gory, more philosophical about the ethics of cloning, and make the dinosaurs fit in the current reconstructions. I think you should make it like you should have the debate on keeping them in the first place, like locked up. I think that's a really interesting debate to have, like in modern media. Like, is it ethically right to keep dinosaurs contained in modern? That is a very rare recipe I just unlocked. Because it's interesting, right? Like, do we have the right to do that? Some will say, like in the film, we have zoos. It wouldn't be anything different from zoos. Um, I don't know. I think it'd be really interesting. Every movie sequel exists mainly because of money. Yeah, exactly. I don't think it's ethically right to bring dinosaurs back. I think it's really cruel because you have to remember the climate back then was way different, right? Way different. It'll just be, and you're resetting a bunch of food chains. You bet you're throwing everything on everything like up in the air and being like, "Yep, this is normal." And I don't think it's personally. I don't think it's realistic for dinosaurs to be contained. Like certain dinosaurs, you look at them and they're like, there's nothing that could contain them. Not even just like as a strength point of view. If they see a person, they will rip their fucking enclosure in half and just eat you, right? Have you guys heard how dinosaurs actually sound, like the T Rex and stuff? Um, that is like incredible. There's like would you want dinosaurs in Minecraft? Absolutely. Yes. I already technically Bodogo. I count the sniffer as a dinosaur. I always have, but yes, easily. 100%. Without a question, I would love that. Like, I would create an entire like island that is not accessible by anything else. That is basically like the research facility for Skulk, right? But for dinosaurs, like this would be very like there would be no information, no building in Lightbourne at all, just an island. But yeah, there's like these reels, or I guess they'd be TikToks as well. I'm sure you'd find them on TikTok, where it's like POV you landed in like the Jurassic Age, and it's just like the dinosaur sounds and how they look and stuff. Dude, it's so creepy. I think the hierarchy of creepiness is like space, dinosaurs, the ocean. So Jurassic Park, yeah, but it'd be more like, shut up. You have an Instagram? I do, but it's basically a hamster Instagram. And it's got all my IRLs on it, so I don't share it, but I do, yeah. I know a lot of people find the oceans terrifying. I'm sorry, I still find space to be fucking like inconceivable, and that terrifies me. There's like a conspiracy theory where it's like, isn't it weird how this is genuinely like I'm paraphrasing, but this is literally like the conspiracy theory. Isn't it weird how the second we stopped looking at the oceans was when we started exploring space? And it's like, no, no, it's not weird. Have you seen underwater? You will suffocate. You will die. Has the Titanic Part 2 not told you anything? You will die. And then there's like the sounds of space. Saturn, Mars, two black holes colliding. Earth. Earth is depressing. The sounds of Earth are very depressing. I'm not saying the oceans aren't terrifying, they are. But I think outer space and the thing that ruled the Earth millions of years ago is more terrifying. It's just a shame that we've got an idiot that supposedly can take us to Mars. I don't agree with the um, Mars exploration business. Do you know how long it's going to take us to get to Mars, to then figure out a plan to habitat, to like live on Mars, to then make areas to live on Mars, to then move people to like it's like bro, SpaceX can't even get into space. They explode halfway through leaving the atmosphere. I don't think there's enough time. I think this is really pessimistic. I think we're stuck on here. And it's pessimistic because the Earth is dying, right? And no one cares. So also Mars, like let's be real here. The sun isn't just gonna swallow Earth. It's gonna swallow Mars as well. Now, granted, this is billions of years away, but still, like the whole argument of well, the Earth is gonna get swallowed up, so let's move to Mars. What? You know, this doesn't really make any sense. There's a really good show in the UK. There's a US version as well, but it's pretty crap. Called Utopia. I highly recommend people watch it. Basically, the premise is it's based on real life, like fact, and it's like there's a debate where it's like in by 2050 we're not going to be able to sustain ourselves. The population is growing. We're using too many resources. The planet's dying, right? And there's this plan by like it's not by the government, I don't think. Like they're aware of it, but they're not fully aware of it. The people pulling the strings are like, we should make a disease that basically removes the ability for the majority of the population to have kids. And it's like, by some amount of like years, the population of the Earth will be a couple 100,000. What they don't tell you is that everyone's going to die. Like they keep that as a like secret because they want you to take the vaccine. This is before COVID, by the way. And I just, maybe I'm terrible at explaining it, but it's one of my favorite shows. If you don't have time to watch it, Pyrocynical does a great video explaining it and like going into depths and stuff like that. It's really interesting. Just kill old people. I think our attitude to old people should change. I'm not saying we should kill all the old people, right? But the fact that they can drive and vote is very, very disturbing to me. But that's just me. WALL-E is, in my opinion, the best Disney film of all time. It's my favourite one. And I think it's the best one of all time. We should throw them off cliffs. You're much more tame. What do you mean by that? Oh, you're talking to... Okay. But, fun fact, 16-year-olds got the right to vote today in the UK. Isn't that, like, literally insane? Like, not, like, I'm insane in, like, that's great, like, really cool. Up is so emotional. I struggle watching Up because of the song. Like, it genuinely depresses me. Because I think of, like, you know. Sometimes, you know, I think of, like, people I've lost. And, like, especially, like, my nan as well. Because obviously it's the whole elderly couple thing. Yeah, I mean, the 16-year-old voting thing, it goes both ways because I think what a lot of people aren't talking about is that celebrities have a lot more influence now. What was that? What was the name of the show you were talking about? Utopia. Not the American version. The American version. Okay, if you're gonna watch the American version, watch the British version first, and then watch the American version, and you will pull your hair out because it is so bad. It is unreal. But yeah, Up is a very again. Up is probably top. Well, Up is like top three best Disney films. They don't make that kind of Disney film like nowadays. I'm not. I'm not saying that in like in like oh everything's woke. I'm saying it in this in sense of the writing was so much better back then. Like the storytelling was so much better because it objectively was right. Although there are some good Disney films nowadays, like Moana's pretty good. I liked Moana. The woke left warmongers are ruining our movies. Travis Scott album. Oh my god. I think, like, when I was 16, I was just stupid. You know? So, me voting probably wouldn't have been the best. I mean, I probably, well, I know I wouldn't have voted for Brexit. But I may have voted for Labour. Under Jeremy Corbyn, though, I mean, obviously I wouldn't vote Labour now, but back then it was actually good. But now I would not vote for Labour. Because Labour are also the party of let's kill everyone. I wouldn't vote. Politicians don't deserve our respect. I should rule the world, and that's it. That's great. Yeah, I mean, Labour here funds the war in Gaza. Not the war, sorry. The genocide in Gaza. So I don't really. I mean, it's not my flagship thing. Their attitude towards trans people is disgusting. And probably one of the reasons why I didn't fully go through with being transgender was because Labour were like, no, we don't really see them as women. The only genocide I condone is conservative genocide. I mean, the way I vote, fun fact, I don't really have any issue talking about this, right? It doesn't really matter. Well, you're trans? Did I? No, I'm saying I thought about becoming trans until like early this year. It's something I still think about, of course, but because I mean, you guys know this, I'm not happy with the way I look, the way I sound, my gender, kind of thing. So, transitioning is permanent, yes. I probably wouldn't go through with it nowadays. But it doesn't mean I am a full blown M asterisk N. You know, we have a lot of copper. Let's see what we can. Actually, I'm going to get these dispensers. Snowballs? Get the fuck out of here. I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm not a scientist. Right? So. I don't know. I don't know. Where's my phone? What time is it? It's time for you to get a watch, Michael. The fuck we're out. Oh, no, please. I come in peace. I don't think my mum is very understanding of trans people. So that's also something as well. Like I have a transgender auntie, Jojo. She's like awesome. But she'll still refer to her as like her brother or like him or stuff like that. My mother is a very interesting person. I saw a rat given a healthy diet and eats given an American diet. And the American diet rat was completely a dumbass, and now I'm scared. Don't be scared. You have RFK as your food regulator. What more could you want in life? Do you think like now that Trump is like ill, do you think RFK is going to give him like some unknown disease intending to like wanting to help him, but like inadvertently kills him? That actually happened in American history. There was a president. I can't remember who it was. Was it the one that had a speech in the cold and got like pneumonia? They tried treating him, but they didn't know what they were doing, and they made it worse and killed him. Like he was going to live. I think I may be thinking about a different president, but that's really depressing, Sophie. Dude, I like the funniest thing right now is like MAGA loves what Trump is doing, right? Even despite him being a pedophile, but they love what he's doing. And then like yesterday, he was asked, "Do you think we should name like soccer football now?" And he's like, "Yeah, I might look into it." And they're fucking livid. That makes me so happy. I love seeing annoyed Americans. No offense to any Americans in the chat room. You guys are okay. Everyone else, no. Our food is actually poison. Yeah, you guys get mad that we don't like Europe doesn't take your food, and it's like, well, the EU has regulations. The UK also has regulations. We can't just buy your food, you know. It's not our fault. Your food is absolute wank. Okay, that's a lot of copper. We didn't mine it all, but we mined a lot. We mined a ton. The preparation we've done for the copper update, because that's pretty much what it is now. Rest in peace, Galare. Rest in peace, Moobloom. Rest in peace, Tough Column. Is this. Wow. Exciting. Okay. I think. Unless you guys have anything else to talk about, I think we could end stream here. Can I sleep? Feck. Can I have a house? Maybe if we make more houses. Perchance. Can I climb a ladder and read chat as well? That'd be great. So yeah, can we talk about the sudden dip in quality in the Kung Fu Panda movies and how the fourth one kind of makes no sense given this? I've only seen the first one. TVH. I've only seen the first one. I'm getting the stream here, I think. Thank you guys for watching. I know it was a very spontaneous stream, but I do appreciate you guys coming out anyway. Yeah, I don't mind if you can VOD it if you want. I don't mind. I didn't know there was 3 or 4. Yeah, I didn't know there was 4 Kung Fu Panda movies. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I know it was very strange, but I enjoyed it. Done a lot of fuck. You're trans? Are you, Sophie? I didn't know that. Fuck. Shit. Oh no. Oh, there it is. Okay. Fucking. Anyway. Fuck. Stay still. Well, thank you guys for watching the stream. I don't know when my next stream will be. What day is today? Well, it's now Friday, so maybe a stream later. Maybe not. We'll see. We may continue our copper mining activities. We didn't mine it all, but we've mined a lot. So sounds like you're going crazy. What's going on? I dropped my AirPod case on the floor. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming out as always, even for the spontaneous streams. Even more so for spontaneous streams. I do enjoy these streams a lot more, to be honest. But yeah, take care of yourselves, drink some water, play some Minecraft, watch Kung Fu Panda 3, I guess, and Jurassic Park 7, I guess. And until then, I'll catch you guys later. Take care. What is this? Browse add-ons. Bro. What about... Holy fuck, it's literally just add-ons. What? Wait a minute, what? Where's like the packs of skin and... What? I'm good on that, thank you very much, Mojang. Can you please fix your fucking game and give me the Moobloom instead? Then I might buy an add-on. Fucking trash company. Anyway, catch you guys later. Bye.